Hello, everybody. Welcome to Empires of the Undergrowth. This is a early access game. Now, something you may be wondering is, where's our Subnautica? Where's our Maneater? I understand I haven't streamed in like 1 maybe 2 days. I've just been taking a little break, but the Subnautica stream will be coming either later tonight or tomorrow. And I think it might come tomorrow morning because I'm planning on doing another stream on another game. The other game is going to be called Risk of Rain 2. Now, I've played that a bit, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy the Risk of Rain 2. But currently, I am focusing on this series right now, as well as the Risk of Rain, if you guys think it's a good series. But the ones I'm currently focusing on are Maneater, this one, and Risk of Rain. This is not a I'm going to have to hold off on, more specifically because there have been more games out there that I want to play, but I need to finish them first. But this game seems to be in early access, and even for early access, they've already got on version 2.1, which is actually pretty far, seeing as how this game's been out for like what 3 years now, almost as long as Subnautica has in its early access. So I was thinking, well, since Subnautica was in early access and I didn't play it during the early access, I think I should play this during the early access to give this thing a chance, so that the creators of the game can know from my vision, seeing as how I've played like a lot of games over the years, but from like my point of view, what they could do better, or if they just can keep it, or if they can just add more onto it. But yeah, we're gonna be starting the series, and yeah, um, and Subnautica is hopefully gonna come tomorrow. I've been holding off on it, but I'm hoping that in the next Subnautica stream we reach that alien facility that's 800 meters down. And I'm also hoping that we can start Subnautica below zero, because I promised to myself that I would, once I reach like the critical point in the story, like the alien disease research facility that's 800 meters down, according to the PDA file. Once I find that and I explore that, I'm hoping on starting Subnautica below zero, because I'm hoping that in Subnautica below zero, it won't start off with like this big point in the story, and it's gonna take a while, because it's obviously gonna be like episode 8 or 7 or 8, and maybe even 9 before we find that thing. So I feel like it's gonna take just as long on Subnautica below zero, but obviously it's early access and it's not as long as Subnautica, so that's why I'm hoping to start maybe after the research facility, and then when I realize that it's Subnautica below zero, there's going to be like a big point in the story before we reach the next point of the story in Subnautica. So if I realize that, then I'll stop the Subnautica below zero and continue the Subnautica until we find that thermal plant that's 1,200 meters down. And then once I find that and I do stream on that, what I might do is I'm gonna stream Subnautica below zero and Subnautica. Hopefully by the time I find the next big point in Subnautica below zero, it would have been after I either have completely finished Subnautica or have at least 95% of the story in Subnautica done. So that's my big plan. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking like an idiot. Let's read what this early access version is. Free play mode has an extensive rebalance with things like creatures increasing in strength rather than number as the difficulty increases, optional victory conditions, and the ability to play as leafcutter colonies. There are now a challenge mode for the third tier levels, featuring the deadly forward flies. We are also introducing extra missions apart from the main campaign that will be added regularly in the first batch of achievements. Additionally, movement code is extensively rewritten. And I think I also might try this game out, the Beetle Uprising game. Let's see what else. Ecosystem. Grow and shape an ecosystem, spawn life forms, and watch them evolve through natural selections and simulation physics-based aquatic worlds. That might be one I want to check out. And then the other one, Beetle Uprising. Sorry, I can't speak today. Collect, raise, and breed an army of beetles to rise up and lay claim to the abandoned lot. The game features a complex genetic simulation and real-time tactics missions with a full campaign. So those two I might need to check out as well, seeing as how it's made by our friends, and this is made by Slug Disco. So, might be some studio in Slug Disco or something that helped them make this game. Alright, let's do the story. New Formicarium. Alright, let's get into it. The graphics in this game is amazing. Just look at the detail in that face.
I see the queen has taken well to her new home.
I control your mind.
Fascinating.
You are
She has
mine.
already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy
Oh,
specimen.
what is this? Dig over.
How long until we can expect
That's
to
how we
see
dig.
into
I think
species
that's how we dig.
polymorphism?
I don't know.
We
But
should be
that's-
patient
but no, it's
and
just
allow the
confirmed that's
colony
how
to
we dig.
grow first.
Oh, it's food.
I've placed food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formica fusca and observe their reaction.
What?
Excellent. Keep me updated on their progress.
I know this game's got like 3 chapters in it. I think it's something to do with up here. Yeah, challenge 1, challenge 2, rehouse the colony, and challenge 3. Now, I don't know if it's about like a specific species of ants, because from the looks of it, this is like water related, and I know that tiger beetles live around like the beach and stuff, and ladybugs, this looks like they're trying to chew on something, so I don't know what that could be, but I assume it's near water, and woodcutter ants are normally found near water, so I assume it'd be woodcutter ants, but these ones I don't know. I don't know very much about. Oh, you can't collect more food. Let's build it up here. Because I feel like if we're ever going to need food storage and they drop it on the surface, we should just have food nearby. Because I'm pretty sure this is the surface entrance. But let's see, can we make any ants? Well, worker ants, let's go. Yes. So I assume ooh, that's cool. But I would assume that if they drop, I would assume that if they ever dropped food, like around here, we could go pick it up and then instantly drop it off so they can go back and collect more. Yes.
The queen has begun to lay new eggs.
Perfect. We will soon have a
Yes.
thriving colony.
It's actually very interesting. Ants, they can't see. They have eyes, and they use that to see somewhat for like sonar or something. I don't know, but something else I want to say is just that let me think. Is the fact that when they find something interesting that's like a point of interest that they can return back to, they'll leave like a scent. They'll leave like a scent or a marker for them to smell and return to, because the smell, I think, traces its way all the way back. I think the smell just lingers, but as it's like, it's obviously the smell is obviously gonna grow, and it's gonna continue heading any way that it can if it's like trapped in a confined space. So as long as it keeps heading down and heading out, it's gonna eventually reach the colony or to one of their scouts, and they're obviously gonna talk to each other, because they do talk to each other, I think, through the hive mind, which basically, if you don't know what hive mind is, it's basically like where the queen has like some sort of like genetic code that connects mentally her colony to her, and where she can just release like some sort of like hormone or something, or some sort of like signal that as soon as any genetic that's similar to hers picks it up, it's automatically gonna go ahead, and looks like we're out of food. This might be a good place for like warrior ants or something, I don't know. But yeah, and I know ants build structures and like hexagons and all those like multi-shaped things, and they also have like a very complex system, because I remember at one point my mom I don't know what it was, but there were like a bunch of carpenter ants, which are basically just like a common species of ants. Unlike many of the rare species of ants that are still alive, but they're like common black ants that don't attack. They just steal food and stuff. And they were like all over my desk. And I just remember that he said that we had like a carpenter ant problem, the exterminator, and he actually exterminated it. He said that there was like a whole nest living inside of our house, slowly eating away at our food and our walls. So it's lucky we stopped them when we did, or else they would have started like tearing down the walls just by eating like the paint and the stuff and like the foam and everything. But yeah, and then I remember hearing another YouTuber, Gaming Beaver, which I was watching his channel at one point. I even heard that he said that he was at some relative's house and he picked up a tile and he could see like the complex nature of the ants with like structural pathways and everything with like more hexagons and stuff. But yeah. So, what's this? Genetics. Yes, we can buy the black ants. Oh, we need royal jelly. What's this? This is very interesting because it says you can only have one ability. You cannot have this ability as evasive. Oh, so I assume you have like one ability on each side and you can get it to like a different tier and everything to do like more damage and stuff. Man, this stuff is expensive for royal jelly. What? Oh, we get royal jelly from doing these. 51. That's not a lot, but I think at the other level.
This
we'll have the
Formica
black ants.
Fusca queen has set up home beneath a rotting log. She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around.
And like I
But
said
there are
before,
other hungry
there's
creatures down here.
like I
The
said before, I'm
workers
gonna
will
focus on the
need to be
Subnautica and Subnautica. I'm gonna focus on I'm gonna focus on this series and the Maneater series. And I'm gonna wrap
The ants
these
have
up
encountered a
before
pocket of
I'm gonna
woodworm.
wrap I'm gonna
These
wrap the
defenseless
Maneater
weevil
secondary
larvae will
series
make an
up
excellent
as quick as I
meal
can,
for
as
the
well as
colony.
this series as
They will
quick
be
as I
butchered
can.
and carried off for processing.
They're gonna be butchered. It's time to butcher. I'm the butchering. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to deliver Subnautica live streams every now and then. I'm still trying to figure out what I could do for videos. I'm trying to get like an editing software so I can edit my videos and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try to edit my videos and everything. And I'm hoping that I can edit my videos. As I said, I was hoping I could edit my videos with that software. Oh, what? Why are their health bars on? I think that's been seeing. I cannot speak. Yeah, I'm gonna deliver Subnautica streams every now and then. And when I deliver them every now and then, there'll be like little subtle streams every now and then that you guys can watch. But I'm gonna mainly focus on this series, as well as the Maneater, and every now and then deliver Risk of Rain. And then I'll focus on Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do videos, record them and edit them. So. I'm also gonna try to get my camera working well. I don't know. I think I might have to use my phone. And I have a green screen. I got a green screen holder so I can stay up in place. I've even got like a green screen. I've even got like a yeah, and I've even got a light ring. And the thing is, I'm going to try to get my phone. I'm going to try to get these my recording software, which is currently Streamlab OBS, which is for some reason the same version at it's version 0.21.2, which is almost the exact same version as.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
If it's almost the same as. Don't start a battle with anything. Okay. It's this one I have to worry about. Whew. We're safe. It says kill all nearby creatures? Oh my. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the Streamlab OBS on my phone. Try to get the recording for like the webcam on there. And I'm gonna try to get my light ring in a position where my microphone isn't in my face. I think I might have to get something to make my light ring go higher because it says it's max height right now. And I think my microphone's gonna be mostly in the way, and so I think my camera's gonna have to be over my computer as well as my light ring. So I think what I might try to do is I might try to get like a phone holder and attach it to like the top of my monitor and then have it looking down at me and then have it record me and I have the light ring just going on my face and everything. Or I could have like or I could pull my desk out, put like a stool, because me and my family are planning on building like some sort of like thing, and we're gonna drill it to the bottom of my gaming desk. And we're gonna put all the wires and everything that makes my computer and all my streaming and all my internet work. But yeah, with these 3 black ants, I think we can take these guys on. But they first have to get over there. No.
The workers have uncovered carnivorous larvae of Ocypus olens, the devil's coach horse.
Yeah, the warrior ants are the
born
bigger
ready
black
for combat,
ants.
with powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey. They are still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed. If the ants are fast, they should be able to overwhelm these critters. If the ants are disturbed the adult of these larvae, the outcome for the colony may not have been so fortunate. They must expand with caution.
You are going to tell me no such thing. My colony does whatever it wants. But we are going to murder these boys.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
But yeah, and then hopefully I can get my, and then hopefully we can have like a stool or something, or like we can have like a stand that'll probably raise up my light ring so that it comes over my monitor, and then I can have my camera and I can have my phone looking down at me. Destroy him! Quickly! Oh, they're weak. They are incredibly weak.
The ants
Come
must
on!
protect
Yeah,
the queen.
yeah, that's right. Soldier, pop out.
The colony is
yeah.
starving.
Yeah.
There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Yeah! Oh my. They just all popped out. Like, here, Johnny. Or like, here's Johnny. But, yeah. And, there's something about Risk of Rain 2. It's the fact that Risk of Rain 2... Oh, I gotta build some guys. But the fact that Risk of Rain 2 is a multiplayer game means that one of you guys can go ahead, purchase the game, and in the comments tell me your username for that, and I can befriend you on Steam and stuff, and you can play with me. You can play with me as well. You can play with me on Risk of Rain 2. It's actually $20, very cheap for an early access game. It's actually a very good game as well. So. Eventually, we're gonna have to take these guys on. I think I might just do this one level and then end the.
There are intruders in the nest.
They are not intruders. They were here before us, but we are the intruders. But now, we own the nest. We are the empire within the undergrowth. We are the sky. And eventually, when I'm about to go, I'm in my last year of middle school. And once I finish that, I'm off to high school where I can get like a secondary job and slowly save up for like a camera of such to mount up as well. And I can also slowly save up for like a house or something. And hopefully by the time I'm like either done with high school or halfway done with high school, my channel would have grown like amazingly. And I'm hoping that the support from you guys, I gotta make this pure. And I'm hoping that your guys' support would have helped me by the time that I'm done with high school, I would have been able to buy a house, a decent house, up until the point where I can move into a bigger house, and hopefully. And I might just have some, I might have some friends move into my, if I even do get a bigger house, I might have some of my friends move in with me, as well. Maybe, I feel confident. Let's just go.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected. There are intruders in the nest.
And yeah, and then hopefully I can have like a separate room where I can record in, maybe even like a studio and such. And maybe I can do vlogs with my friends and everything, and maybe they can get into YouTube and stuff as well. So, and hopefully by the time I'm doing all this and I have YouTube as a career and everything where I rely on that for paying my house and everything, I'm hoping that
These wood lice will make a significant addition to the colony's larders, but they are clinging tightly to the ground. It's going to take some effort to dislodge them.
not when you have mandibles and a will. With mandibles and a will, you can do anything. Sliced that off. Are these the cows of the ant world? Where they just do nothing and let themselves die to feed the economy? Everything is as it should be. Perfectly balanced. To my empire. Also, another thing is that I'm gonna start trying to do vlogs and challenges with my friends and everything and all that stuff. Another dream of mine, besides being a YouTuber and making videos for you guys, is to own something called a reptarium. Which I think a reptarium is actually very cool, and it's basically a building like a miniature zoo where you have to have a certificate, obviously, but to buy these animals. But it's a zoo for reptiles, where it's like reptiles only, like snakes, lizards, amphibians, and a few other things. So I might get a certificate and then start doing vlogs on that and stuff and get some amazing animals, because I already own a bearded dragon in real life. His name is Michael. He's actually the mascot of the channel.
Predators are loose in the nest.
So
The larvae must be protected.
I would assume that I could eventually own more, and that I could probably change up my profile picture to me being in front of like a bunch of animals, a bunch of reptilians in their cages
Predators
and
are
everything
loose in
and
the
stuff.
nest.
Or
The
maybe have
larvae
like a
must
snake
be
around my
protected.
neck, a bearded dragon in my hand. Yeah, a snake around my neck, a bearded dragon in my hand.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
And like a lizard, and like another like reptilian, like another lizard and such, roaming around by my feet, and maybe another snake wrapped around my arm. Yes. I may even maybe like a turtle on my other hand. Jeez. As soon as the food was laid down, they started popping. Excavate. Begin the process. And once I learn how to get my camera up and running, I'll be using a camera every single day. Yeah, I'm planning on doing Risk of Rain later today, and maybe man-eater. I don't know. That's still to be determined. Actually, 29 seems to be a pretty big number. Can we upgrade them? Yes. 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 Yes, 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 yes. Brought to you guys and you guys, and now let's have a mighty feast.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Stop. 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 Why do they go? Now you may dig.
There are intruders in the nest.
Yes, yes, you will feed my mighty empire. Don't worry, it's an honor bestowed amongst few. Let the feast begin. Oh, I gotta put at least one ant there, right?
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
Have you seen the worms? Go. Feed the empire. Make the Republic look like it was just a memory. Did anyone understand what I'm saying? Because if you've seen the Star Wars movies, which I've seen all 9, it's actually very, very cool about how, well, I don't want to spoil it if you've never seen it, but it's very, very cool. Yeah. Man, I really wish we had more food to feed our brood. But wait, we do. Destroy everything. After all, an open space is a better space.
There are intruders in the nest.
Yes, there are. Kill them all! Quickly, flank! Yes! You got the idea now. Flank! They can't defend two sides at once, especially since
The
one
colony
side
is
is the butt.
starving.
The
There's
butthole.
not enough food to feed the new brood.
Let's go. Our army needs to be strong to take on that army. That army is going to be merciless. Let's be ready at the gates. The final tile before we go into charge! Onward to adventure!
Predators are loose in the
What is
nest.
that thing?
The larvae must be protected.
I can't wait until Empire grows so big where that thing is just
The ants have
immense.
stumbled into the path of a fully developed devil's coach horse beetle.
Devil's
And
coach
it's hungry
horse
for
beetle.
breakfast. The beetle is almost 4 times the size of a black ant and protected by thick plates of external armor.
Kidding, that guy was,
Whilst it
that guy
bites
was
at the
easy.
tiny
That guy
defenders, it
was
sprays
easy to
foul-smelling
slice through.
secretions from the end
God,
of its
it's like
raised
slicing
abdomen,
through a piece of meat
disorientating
with
the
the
ants.
sharpest knife in the world. Easy,
The
simple,
devil's coach horse
done.
is dead.
He's
Its
dead.
corpse will provide food to support dozens of new brood.
I've actually heard something about how ants are like omnivores, something like that, where they feed on some sort of microscope, where they feed off like plants. I think that's leaf cutters. But I think the carnivores really have to kill everything that they see, whereas the omnivores just they would rather, if it's a threat too big to them, they would just rather go for like leaves or such, or maybe even like the honey from aphids. So we've got a bunch of tier 3 ants. Flank! To the place I belong.
There are intruders in the
Oh,
nest.
there are 2 of them? Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Oh, we're running through food. Oh, our numbers are dwindling faster than I can imagine.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
Take me out. God, recycle all the 6. Recycle them up. Those guys, just those 4. Their food should be enough nourishment. Come on! Grow! Grow our army! Grow! Yes, and then with one down, we can focus on the other. Of course, if they actually get their minds back together, because I hate that confusion gas. So annoying. Hey, with nothing but a bunch of warriors, we survive. God, I hope the food from these guys will.
This Formica
help us
Fusca
rebuild our
colony
empire
has
back
now
to what it
established
was, 'cause
itself
we've
as a
taken it
rising
apart just to
power in
win.
the undergrowth.
But we're gonna get our army
Soon
back.
their
We're gonna
territory
get
will
to
need
tier
to
3
expand
always,
above
and
ground,
we're gonna get
where
all
new
of
challenges
our,
await.
we're
For
gonna
the
get
time
all of our
being,
food
however,
sources back. We're gonna
the
get all of
queen
our workers
is
back.
safe.
This is gonna be amazing.
How is the colony progressing?
The Queen is exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
Anyway, guys, that's where I'm gonna call it quits on the stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed. For some reason, I can't. As you can see, my bang, 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 bang. My mouse is going to the left of my screen, but that just basically means I'm trying to. Why do we get over here? But basically, I'm trying to, save and quit. I'm gonna head to the menu, and now I can finally get over to the streaming software. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing Risk of Rain at whatever time for an hour, and then we're going to be doing Maneater if we can, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing a Subnautica stream for an hour. But by the time I start the Subnautica stream, I would have had that everything ready to go with the Cyclops and with the Prawn parked in the Cyclops, and the Cyclops and the Prawn parked outside next to Life Pod 2, where we found where we found the nickel ore. Then we're gonna get Module 3 for the Death Module 3 off camera for the sea moth, and I would have been at the island, and I would have been at a wreckage or something before I started streaming, with the drill arm, and then I would have looked for that Degassi base as well. Did I know that's down there? So I would look for the Degassi base, and the prawn suit drill arm, and then once I find those, I'm then going to go back, and I know that there's a bladderfish at the Degassi base that's in the Lost River, or at the Degassi base that's in the deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go build an alien containment unit, put some bladderfish and peepers in there so I can have a constant source of food and water, and I'm going to put in some creep vine seed clusters so I can have some constant creep vines. And I'm also going to take out a gel stack that I had, and I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to take a seed from it, and I'm going to take it, and whatever, and if it's still, if I can still grab it, I'm then going to grab it, I'm going to put it away. But yeah, and then once I put it away, I'm going to plant those in, I'm going to plant that in a bed, and I'm going to let it grow, and I'm going to get more seeds and everything, and I'm going to have a constant gel sack thing as well. And then I'll build the alien containment unit, and as I said, and then I'll get the resources to build a drill arm, and I'll build it in the modification station in the Cyclops once I get my sea moth there, and my sea moth will be the beacon to the, and my sea moth will actually, and then when I go inside, I'm gonna make the drill arm, equip it to the prawn suit, and I'm gonna get in the prawn suit. I'm going to turn everything off in the Cyclops, get in the prawn suit, exit, get in the sea moth, and park the sea moth into the Cyclops, because all that energy is going to be recharged. And then we're going to head in, and we're going to drill that nickel ore, and we're also going to go exploring in the Lost River, and hopefully by the time we're done with all that, it would have been either an hour and 30, or 2 hours, and we would have discovered the disease research facility. So yeah, that's the plan for the Subnautica stream, if we do it tomorrow or tonight. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is Gaming Auto Dragon checking out, and goodbye.